Clutch. The clutch player moment is one of the most sought after and beloved things in the world of sports. From winning the NCAA championship with a buzzer beater, or winning the Premier League in the last minute of the season.
City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again!
Or even knocking out the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world to win the belt. Every sport has their clutch moments and players, but what really separates a clutch player from the rest? Well, clutch is defined as the phenomenon of athletes under pressure or in the clutch, usually in the last minute, to perform well and change the outcome of the game. But it's a little bit more complicated than just that. The NBA in particular arguably has the most clutch moments out of any other sports every single year, due to the sheer amount of games teams have to play and the 7-game playoff series format. Multiple times every single season, we see buzzer beaters and game winners.
Loose again, Herder for the lead!
In fact, so much so that this year the NBA even introduced the Clutch Player of the Year award. But in the history of the NBA, there are a few names that are held to just a higher regard than others when it comes to being clutch, and in that same vein, there are legendary players who have been deemed as the opposite of clutch. As you can probably tell, I'm talking about Lebron James. Throughout his entire career, there's been a rhetoric and narrative around him that he just isn't clutch and that he lacks a killer instinct.
LeBron James, as great as he is, as gifted as he is, was not born with a clutch gene.
It's that clutch gene. LeBron doesn't have that gene.
So Scotty,
That's not in him.
Well, are they right? Is LeBron James actually not clutch? Let's break it down. So first of all, we need to qualify what actually is a clutch moment. For example, hitting a shot isn't the only way to be clutch. You could be defensively clutch by getting a game-winning block or a game-winning steal. With that being said, let's focus on clutch scoring first. So in an NBA game, arguably the most important part is the fourth quarter. With the time ticking down and all the best players on the court, it is the time to score in order to win your team the game. So let's have a look at the greatest fourth quarter scorers of this generation. They've only counted this stat since 2014, but I'll be comparing LeBron to the all-time greats later on, so don't worry. The benchmark of being considered an elite fourth quarter scorer is around the 5.5 points per game mark. Guys like Kevin Durant, Ja, and Curry are here. Then the king of the fourth quarter, Isaiah Thomas, is at 6.3 points a game. And then James Harden leads the rest with 6.5 points a game. And then here's LeBron James, sitting above the rest with an average of 7.3 points a game in the fourth quarter, on 49% from the field as well, by the way. And if that wasn't impressive enough, if we look at the highest assist rates in the fourth quarter, LeBron is only beaten by one of the greatest playmakers of all time in Russell Westbrook. So now we've established that LeBron is the greatest generator of points in fourth quarters over the last decade, by far as well. But scoring in the first few minutes of the fourth quarter may not be perceived as clutch, and fair enough. So we need to be more specific. In order to do so, we need to use a stat called clutch shot percentage. This includes field goal attempts that tie the score or give a team the lead in the final 60 seconds of fourth quarters and or overtime periods. So I did some research and I found the highest scorers with the best shot percentage in the clutch over the last 2 decades, and what I found was very interesting. So first of all, Kobe Bryant is always mentioned in the same breath with MJ as one of, if not the clutchest player of all time. But how clutch was he really? Kobe Bryant made 97 shots in the clutch in the regular season and playoffs throughout his career, an incredible number, in fact the second most in recorded history. But we have to take into consideration that that's out of almost 300 attempted shots, shooting just 34% on go-ahead or tying shots in the clutch. In comparison, LeBron has hit 99 clutch shots so far throughout his career, but on a much better 40% shooting, including the game winner just the other day against the Jazz.
19 on the shot clock. LeBron spinning, goes all the way and scores! Lakers lead!
Just showing how dumb the narrative of LeBron not being clutch is. At the end of the day, numbers don't lie. And statistically, LeBron is a greater clutch shot maker than Kobe Bryant was. But Kobe isn't the guy we need to compare LeBron to. We need to compare him to Michael Jordan. And unfortunately, we can't use this metric to do so, as it was only introduced in 1997. So I had to get even simpler. As we established, clutchness is the ability to perform under pressure at the highest level of your sport. Well, there's no higher level in basketball than the NBA playoffs, and in the playoffs, LeBron has a staggering amount of clutch moments. Let me put this in perspective. Michael Jordan was lethal in the last 24 seconds of playoff games, hitting shots on 9 separate occasions to win the game for his team. An absolutely crazy feat, but LeBron James has him beat. 11 shots made in the last 24 seconds of playoff games to take the lead or tie the game, starting all the way back in 2006. Let me set the scene. It's 2006 and a 21-year-old LeBron James has led the Cleveland Cavaliers to the playoffs. They are against the Wizards, it's game 3, they're down by 1. Enter LeBron James.
Wizards by 1. James has Daniels, can go up over him if he wants. Fakes right, goes left, bends in over Ruffin. He got it to go! Timeout Washington. 5.7 to go. LeBron James hit the big shot.
And we don't have to go far to find the next game winner, because it was just 2 games later. Game 5, down by 1 again, LeBron James delivers again.
James for the win. 0.9 left. Arenas.
Then the very next year, Game 5 against the former NBA champions Detroit Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, LeBron would score 29 of the Cavs' last 30 points, including 25 straight and the game winner in overtime. But before that, he would score with just 7 seconds left in the 4th quarter before going on to win the game in said overtime.
Seconds. Down to 10. James with the step. And the game is tied at 91 with 9.5 to go. 4, 3, James scores with 2.2 to go. One of the great performances of all time in playoff history, authored by LeBron James. 48 points, the last.
Then in 2009, to save the Cavs from going down 0-2 against the Magic, one of the most iconic game winners in NBA history.
Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer as the Cavaliers have pulled it out to tie the series, and what a miraculous shot by James!
Then we would have to wait a little bit until 2013 against the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Game 1. It's a 2-for-1 here.
James picked up by Hill, goes at him, here's LeBron, and he puts it home on a layup.
I don't understand why Vogel took Hibbert out.
West plays the inbounds. Battier gets it in. Here's James on the drive for the win! Water off on time, LeBron James taking 2.
Then of course, the iconic, incredible shot in 2015 against the Chicago Bulls led by Derrick Rose in Chicago, where his coach drew up a play for someone else and he said not a chance and took matters into his own hands.
James for the win. It's gone. LeBron James at the buzzer.
Then, the greatest version of a basketballer I have ever watched in my entire life. 2018 LeBron James. First versus the Pacers to take a series lead.
Screen set for LeBron James. Going to work, fires, leaning. DeMartin! Away goal! Walk off! Playoff winner!
And then against the Raptors in the next round to cement LeBronto.
3 seconds to go. Throws up the floater. God bless! Good night, Cleveland! That is for you! Another moment.
And then again just the other night against the Grizzlies at 38 years old. Down by 2, he forces overtime and then scores the dagger in OT to secure a 3-1 series lead against the number 2 seed.
No fouls to give here. 6 seconds left. LeBron's got it. Tillman on him. Lakers down 2. James off the window. It goes! What a basket by James. He gets him. James drives. James is fouled and one. LeBron.
Well, LeBron James has settled for some tough shots.
And this isn't even including moments like his free to beat the Warriors in the play-in.
James, two defenders on him. To Caldwell Pope inside. He's tied up by Green. Throws it back up top. James puts up the three. Oh, it's gone! LeBron James from downtown!
Or his back-to-back shots to beat the Hawks in 2016.
Thompson back to LeBron. Fakes the three, then shoots it in. Oh!
Half court, let's see if he stays back and let LeBron come to him.
And here comes James. And he goes glass.
Or even his dagger free to force a Game 7 in the 2018 Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics.
James drives, steps back, puts up a three. Bang! LeBron James from downtown. Steps, tries it again. Puts it in! As the shot clock expires, LeBron James with 44.
But there's a moment it really doesn't include that is arguably the clutchest moment in NBA history. It's the 2016 NBA Finals. The Cavs were down 3-1 in the series against the 73-9 Warriors. LeBron wills the Cavs to a Game 7 in Golden State. With the championship on the line, it's tied 89-89 with under 2 minutes remaining. Neither team has been able to score in over a minute. Then it happens.
Right, man. Just put the ball, just lay it right there, and don't try to do nothing stupid. Just lay it in. And it was one of the loudest sounds I ever heard. Boom!
Greatest play that I ever saw. It's the block. He's played every minute. It's the last possible minute, and he does an athletic feat. When I look at plays of any human being that have ever been done, I can't think of a bigger defensive play.
Misses. Rebound taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again.
Cleveland! This is for you!
So, LeBron is the best scorer in the fourth quarter, the second best assister in the fourth quarter, is a more efficient clutch scorer than Kobe, and a higher clutch volume scorer than anyone else, and he's had more clutch moments in the playoffs than Michael Jordan did. Yet somehow people still say he's not clutch. No. The argument should be, is LeBron James the clutchest player in NBA history? So what is the reasoning for this narrative about LeBron? Well, it's one reason and two shots actually. So the argument that you often hear is that in the biggest moments, Kyrie and Ray Allen saved his legacy. Well, let's break that down. First of all, the Kyrie shot.
Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
I feel like I've already disproved this narrative considering the block LeBron pulled off before the Kyrie shot. Also, LeBron had a 27-point triple-double in a Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and he was the main reason for even pulling the Cavs back from 3-1 down. Now, the Ray Allen shot is more of a fair narrative. It is by far the greatest shot in NBA history. It isn't even really close.
Won't go! Rebound Bosh! Back out to Allen! His three-pointer! Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining!
But people forget what happened before and after the shot, which can't be understated. LeBron put up a game-high 12 points in that fourth quarter in Game 6 and hit a hugely clutch three that allowed the Heat to even be in the position for the Ray Allen shot to matter.
Still loose, picked up by Miller. Back out to James, another three. It's good! James knocks it down!
Then in Game 7, LeBron puts up a masterclass, a game-high 37 points including a huge mid-range shot and then hitting both his free throws in the clutch to ice the game and to win his second and back-to-back NBA championship. Now the other main reason why people think LeBron isn't clutch is because he often decides to make the better basketball play rather than try and force a shot. Which at times I understand why it annoys people, because LeBron James is arguably the greatest player of all time, and sometimes you just want him to take the shot to win, like Kobe and Jordan often did. But LeBron has always been a super high IQ basketballer, and often LeBron passing up the last shot is in order to create a better look for someone else. Iconically in the 2020 NBA Finals he did this. Danny Green did end up missing the shot, but it was undoubtedly the best play to make in that position.
Green into the hands of LeBron James, Butler on him. Green coming up to set a screen, James goes the other way, drives down the lane, back out to Green. Green for three, off the mark, no good.
Yet the narrative will be that LeBron shies away from the occasion, which is just ridiculous, and I think I've proved that. LeBron is a pass-first basketballer who happens to also be the most efficient clutch scorer in the history of the game. Time and time again on the biggest stage, LeBron James has been the one to step up, and he truly will go down as the clutchest player in NBA history. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.